Hello and welcome friends to 5 Minutes Engineering. The topic of today's video is going to be checksum. In this video, with an example, we will understand how checksum helps us in detecting the error. Basically, CRC also does the same thing, but the way the checksum does this all, error detection, is somewhat very simple. It's very simplified and I will make it more simple for you with this respective example. So, how the checksum is working, how we are able to kind of detect the error, that there is certain error or not. Okay, so first of all, let's consider the sender side, because whatever the data that is going to be sent, it would be from the sender side. Okay, so let's consider a scenario, what is going to happen, what are the steps that are going to happen at the sender side. So at the sender side, the sender wants to, let's consider, send this data. Okay, the sender wants to send this data, and which is represented in front of you in the form of ones and zeros, pure binary numbers. Okay, now what we are going to do it here, we are going to just consider 88 bits. 88 bits means what? 1 byte block we are going to create. Okay, like this, let's say like this. Okay, in this particular way. I hope you got the point. So this is nothing but 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte. Okay, so therefore now we have to convert that 8 bit into its respective equivalent decimal representation. For simplicity, I am going to do this, add this step. So what is going to happen? This is nothing but 9, this is nothing but 2, this is 4, this one is 5, and this one is 1. Okay, that's what I did. So this is nothing but 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte, in this way. Okay, now what we have to do, simple, just add, take a sum. How? See it here, 9. So this is a 9, add it with 2, so you get result as a 11. Okay, now 11 and this 4, you have to again add it. So what it becomes? It becomes 15. Okay, now this 15 and this 5, you have to add it, so you get 20. And now this 20 and this one, you have to add it, and you get finally 21 as the sum that you have calculated. Okay, now what happens the next? Here is a checksum field. Here is a checksum field, and what you do, you just put the number, whatever the sum you got, into the checksum field. But there is a twist. You have to just consider the ones complement of this number, or the ones complement of the sum that you have generated. Okay, so what is the ones complement? Simply take the negative value, so you just put it here, minus 21. Okay, so now it is ready. Sender side has done its work. Checksum number is generated. You have put it into the checksum field. Now this particular data is ready to be sent to from the sender side, and when it reaches to the receiver, what happens? So basically here, sender is trying to say to the receiver, please check the sum. So just please check the sum. That's what the sender is trying to say to the receiver, and receiver does the same. Receiver, this is the same data, let's say, without any modification, without any error. Let's say this same data, original state of the data is being intact, and it has reached to the receiver end. Receiver, what it will do, it will perform the same thing. It will check the sum. It will check the sum. It will take the sum and then check the sum. So it will take 9 plus 2, 11, then 15, then 20, and then 21. So this number is generated at the receiver end. Okay, the same procedure that was followed by the sender, same procedure is followed by the receiver. Just one step is added into the receiver, that is, the sum is now taken of these both. Okay, we consider the sum of these both, means the checksum field number and the sum that we have generated. So the checksum field number is minus 21, and the sum that we have generated at the receiver end is 21. So what it is? Plus minus 21 is equal to 0. You get a 0. In normal life, no one wants this number 0. No one wants this number. Everyone wants something before should be this 0, maybe more zeros. Okay, and before that something 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So we want that in normal life, but in this situation, this is the ideal thing that you would be waiting for, or you want, that is a perfect 0. What does this mean? What does this indicate? That whatever the data that has been received by the receiver, it doesn't contain any error. Okay, but in case, let's say, the number that you got as an output is not 0, it's a non-zero number as an output at the receiver end that you got, then what does it indicate? It simply indicates that there is some problem with the data. There is some error in your data. Okay, maybe let's say some bits are there which are like altered, some error is introduced in your data, and that is why the result that you got is a non-zero number your receiver side. Okay, so therefore this is how we can simply detect an error if it exists by using the checksum at the receiver end. And if a non-zero number occurs as an output at the receiver end, what receiver will do? It will simply try to approach to the sender. It will send a request for the retransmission of the same data. So friends, that's it from my side in this video. If you like this video, if you found this video informative, if you found this video helpful, then do like this video, and more importantly, share this video with your friends. Thanks a lot friends for watching this video.